Today we're going to be talking to Tom Martin, who is a lawyer with Foresight Legal Group here in Long Beach, California. Tom is going to be giving us some insight about legal trust.
Hi Taylor, and thank you so much for interviewing me. Hey everyone, my name is Tom Martin, and I'm a trust and estates lawyer. I grew up in Los Angeles and raised my two daughters in Long Beach. I grew up, my two parents, they worked very, very hard for what they got. Slowly over their lifetimes, they purchased a house or two. They built a legacy, and I saw from their example that, hard work results in things that you could pass on to your kids. And frankly, I wanted to make sure that not just my family, which I was able to help in providing proper planning, but that others could benefit from planning ahead and having things in order so that they can benefit the people that they care about. So that's what I do. I do estate planning, trusts, and I handle probates. And my law firm is called Foresight Legal, so we help people to plan for the future.
So Tom, what types of property can go in a legal trust?
I get that question a lot, and the answer is pretty much anything. But the most popular options are your family home, or an investment property, or a rental property that you have. It's a good idea to put any type of real estate into a trust, and here's the reason why. If you do not put it into a living trust, then it's going to have to go to probate court. And if it goes to probate court, that's going to cost your loved ones a lot of time and money. So you definitely want to put any real estate that you have into a living trust to save them the time and money. Other than real estate, you could also put bank checking and savings accounts into a living trust. And when we say into, we mean that it is funded into a trust and becomes the legal property of that trust. That's very important. You don't want to leave things out if you're going through the trouble of setting up a trust. You can also include stock brokerage accounts, investment accounts, and the one thing that you don't want to put into a trust is your retirement accounts. If you change the ownership of your retirement accounts, it could lead to tax penalties, and nobody wants that.
Does a legal trust avoid estate and probate taxes?
So, first off, it's a big misunderstanding that I hear all the time about estate taxes. There's a big fear about estate taxes. Now that only applies to people that have an estate that's roughly over $11 million. So if you have an estate that's under $11 million, then don't worry about it. If your estate, however, is over $11 million, well, congratulations, you have an estate tax problem. But for most of us, we don't have that issue. And if you do have the higher estate value, you want to contact a lawyer like me, and we can help you through it. So estate taxes for most people isn't an issue. And California does not have any estate taxes at the state level. So the federal level is 11 million and up. State level in California, no estate taxes, at least for now. So we'll see how that goes. As far as probate taxes, there is no such thing. There is a probate filing fee that your heirs will need to file to get a probate case started, and that's $465. And you also, of course, have to pay the probate lawyer, and that's where the real costs come in, because it is a percentage of the gross value of the estate, and so that can get pricey. And that's why you want to avoid probate if you can. No probate taxes to worry about, and as far as estate taxes, remember it's only in those very high net worth cases that you would have to worry about it.
So Tom, what are the benefits of a legal trust?
So there's quite a few benefits of a living trust. The first one is peace of mind. You get to put things in writing about what you want to happen and when you want it to happen. You get to say who's going to be in charge, and you get to say who gets what. That is really the primary benefit of a living trust. The other benefit is that it's actually effective as soon as you sign it, hence the name living trust, because while you're still alive, it's effective. And there's two other benefits that mostly benefit your heirs. First, they save a ton of money. If they have to go to probate court, that's going to cost them tens of thousands of dollars, assuming that your house is worth at least $500,000, which most are in California, if not a lot more. They're going to save $13,000 or more in attorney fees, not including the extraordinary fees that probate lawyers sometimes put on top of that for additional services they provide. Number two, save a lot of time. Your heirs, when they go to probate court, it could take, with COVID now especially, it could take a year and a half to go through probate court, sometimes 2 years. I've seen some as long as 5 years or more, but that's an exceptional case. On average, I used to tell people a year, but now it's about a year and a half. So just keep that in mind.
So can you tell us what the difference is between a living trust and a will?
Get this question all the time, and it is confusing because they both seem to be things that you put in writing that say who you want to be in charge and who gets what if we're not here anymore, right? Well, the words themselves that we use to name these things kind of give it away. One is a will, the other is a living trust. So the living trust is actually effective legally. You're bound by it as soon as you sign it. So that is something that sets it apart from a will. So the will, it only becomes legally effective when you pass away. So when you pass away, it becomes effective. And then people have to go to court with your will to make it legally effective and to put somebody in charge of your estate and for them to go through the whole process of probating your estate. So the living trust is effective right now, and that has a lot of benefits because if people need to take action for you, so like if you lose capacity, for example, you're not able to make decisions for yourself, you're in the hospital, maybe you had major surgery and you're out for a couple of weeks, who's going to make decisions during that time for you? Who's going to make financial decisions for you? A living trust would allow someone to do that for you. A will would not. A will, like I said, is only effective when you pass away. So it would not be effective if you were incapacitated. Another type of incapacity is if you were in a coma or something else which would make you unable to communicate and unable to express or take action on your intentions. So again, the living trust is effective while you're alive. The will takes effect after you pass away. And those are the critical distinctions between a will and a living trust.
Obviously, it is less expensive to just write a will. What are the costs involved with drawing up a living trust?
That is by far the number one question I get asked, and I suspect any estate planning lawyer gets asked that quite often. Now the answer is quite different for a will versus a living trust, and a will is by far the more affordable option, so let's talk about that one first. You can find a will for free. Online, you can even look in a probate law book, and there's actually a statutory will where you can fill in the blanks and use that. There are also online providers that charge anywhere from $50 to $150 to create a will online. Then, if you want to have a more comprehensive will for your family, for your needs, then you want to get a lawyer involved, and they can charge anywhere between $300 to $500. On the other hand, we have a living trust. Now, it is going to cost you more money up front, but we always need to think of two things and keep those in mind. One is the cost now, but also the potential savings in the future. And so, although a living trust does cost more now, your heirs will save a ton of money in the future, tens of thousands of dollars potentially. So by setting up a living trust now, they save time, they save money. You spend a bit more now, and it could be anywhere from free forms to going to LegalZoom or another online provider and getting it done for a few $100s. Or if you use a lawyer, it could range from $1,000 to $3,000 or more, depending on your situation. So that's the range of a will versus a living trust. And the one thing that you want to do is make a plan. So whichever option you choose, you just want to make sure to make a plan.
So Tom, you are offering a free consultation. I'm not exactly sure what that entails, but how should our viewers contact you?
Thank you again, Taylor, for interviewing me. I really appreciate it, and I really enjoyed this opportunity to reach out to your audience. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can feel free to give me a call at 562-219-2025. That is my direct line. The second way to reach out to us is to visit our website, which is foresightlegal.com. So that's how you could reach out to me, Foresight Legal, or give me a call on the phone number. I really look forward to speaking with you, and it was a pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you so much for having me, Taylor, and take care and be healthy. Talk to you soon.
Tom, thanks again for joining us today, and to all the viewers out there, thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. We can also be contacted at www.taylormiltonhomes.com. You may also call me or email me. Thanks again. We'll see you again soon.